If you defund that department, you threaten your accreditation. If the university loses their accreditation, students cannot get financial aid.
Every day on campus is a test, something you have to do for a class, and then now you're having to worry about, is the school that you're going to be accredited in the future?
They're saying that folks like myself who went to school there and received a bachelor's degree would lose those credentials. That's ludicrous.
A loss of accreditation. That's the major concern over the current struggle between the Arkansas legislature and Arkansas Tech University. You may remember last week that a team of 8 members of Congress, fronted by Representative Trevor Drown, filed a bill to defund the Department of Diversity and Inclusion after the Sex on the Lawn event, which he called the last straw. However, Drown says that this was not an isolated incident and alleges that over the past 2 years, the department and the university have been the targets of complaints by constituents, complaints he says it was time to address.
We laid out that there was a specific left and right limits we were going to have to negotiate and be successful. And at the end of the day, once that was laid out, let's move out, let's move forward, and let's get things done. Well, 30 days later, we're dealing with transgender-friendly bathrooms at a university that had, at the time, 6 transgender students out of 12,000. When we engaged the board members, the last meeting we had, they're like, well, what's wrong with family-friendly restrooms? Nothing. There's nothing wrong with a family-friendly restroom until you decide you want to call it a transgender-friendly restroom in the River Valley.
But the transgender bathroom issue was just one of many instances. The representative also said that he received phone calls over the attention given to a student who was in blackface at a Halloween party. He then fielded a complaint from a parent whose daughter was uncomfortable with rooming with a transgender student. The university told her to attend sensitivity training.
The response was that it happened. It should not have happened, but it happened, and it was fixed. But now what we're starting to see is a pattern that is not a reflection of a university, that is an extension of a community where students are guests in that community. We're starting to see a lifestyle that is being forced on the institution's population.
Bearing these instances in mind, local officials are concerned, including Mayor Randy Horton, who believes that this is a constitutional issue.
And so it looks to me like this is a backdoor operation to try to deny students their right to free speech, which everybody knows you can't get away with that. So defunding the department, I guess, is supposed to be an attempt to influence the university and the students not to do things that members of the legislature find distasteful.
Alderman Nathan George worries about the students.
And I think this is just a major overreach of power when it comes to just this contest between, the legislature and the chairman and the president of Arkansas Tech. Like, how is that going to turn out for the students themselves? That's my biggest concern.
Still, Representative Drown contends that the latest incident with the Sex on the Lawn event was the final straw, alleging that adult items at the event were not educational but inappropriate.
What if a parent had their senior walking across the campus trying to figure out whether or not that's where they wanted to go to school, and that's what they're presented with that day? It's unprofessional. It's bad judgment, and that judgment was once again rendered by the department head at the Department of Diversity and Inclusiveness. So that's when the decision was made that we've gone as far as we can go, and we're going to have to, now it's time to act.
And so now the main question: if the department is defunded, can the university lose its accreditation? According to Representative Drown, no. However, the legal team at the Capitol is checking into it. But in a tweet earlier today, Arkansas Tech President Robin Bowen indicated that might be a possibility. In all of this, Mayor Horton maintains that defunding the program is the wrong direction.
I think it's an extremely dangerous precedent. Recognizing that that's their rights as an American, we're going to try to do some kind of a backdoor operation to deny those rights, that does not really promote a very good image of Russellville either, does it?